My beloved child, I am an angel sent from the courts of heaven, carrying a message woven with divine love, a message meant for your heart alone. The words I bring are not fleeting, they are eternal, written in the light of God's presence, meant to wrap around you like a warm embrace, to remind you that you are never alone, never unseen, never forgotten. Powerful eyes are watching you, eyes that shine with a love so deep it holds the stars in place, eyes that know every piece of your soul, every moment of your journey, every quiet hope you've carried in your heart. These are not the eyes of judgment or criticism, not the eyes of those who misunderstand or overlook you. No, these are the eyes of the Most High, the Creator of all things, who sees you with a tenderness that never wavers, a wisdom that never falters, and a mercy that never ends. From the very beginning, before you even took your first breath, God's eyes were on you. Before your heart began to beat, before your name was spoken, before the world had a chance to define you, He saw you. He knew you. He loved you. In the quiet of eternity, before time began to unfold, His gaze rested on you, choosing you, shaping you, setting you apart for a purpose that only you can fulfill. You were not an accident, not a fleeting thought, not a random creation. You were seen with intention, crafted with care, and loved with a fierceness that burns brighter than the sun. The Almighty, who spoke the galaxies into being, looked at you and said, "This one is mine." Those eyes have never left you. Not for a moment. Not in your brightest days, when your laughter filled the air, nor in your darkest nights, when your tears soaked your pillow. When you felt invisible, when the world seemed to pass you by, when you wondered if anyone noticed your efforts, your struggles, your quiet faithfulness, God saw. He saw every step you took, every word you spoke, every prayer you whispered in the silence. His gaze has followed you like a steady light, guiding you, protecting you, holding you close even when you couldn't feel it. You have never been alone, my child, not for a single heartbeat. Heaven has been with you, watching, waiting, working in ways you cannot yet fully see. You may have felt overlooked by the world. Maybe you stood in rooms where others were celebrated, their names called out, their achievements praised, while you stood quietly in the shadows. Maybe you've poured your heart into things of relationships, dreams, acts of kindness, only to feel like your efforts went unnoticed, unappreciated. Maybe you've cried out to God in the dark, wondering if your prayers reached His ears, wondering if He cared. I am here to tell you, with all the authority of heaven, that not one moment of your life has been missed. Not one tear has gone uncounted. Not one act of love, no matter how small, has been forgotten. The eyes of God have seen it all, and He treasures every piece of your story. When others turned away, distracted by their own concerns, God leaned in closer. When your voice was drowned out by the noise of the world, He bent His ear to hear you. When your heart broke, when the weight of disappointment or betrayal pressed against you, He was there, gathering every fragment of your pain, holding it with care, promising to make something beautiful from it. Your sacrifices, the ones no one else saw, the late nights, the quiet tears, the times you chose to keep going even when it hurt, those are written in a book in heaven, a book where your name shines like fire. Your life is not a fleeting moment to God, it is a masterpiece, every detail known, every chapter cherished. You are not being watched to be judged or punished. You are being watched for a purpose. The eyes of God are not cold or distant, they are warm, alive, active. They see the path you're walking, and they are clearing the way ahead of you. They see the dangers you cannot see, the traps set by those who wish you harm, the schemes whispered in secret. God's gaze scatters those plans like dust in the wind. His eyes are not just watching, they are working, moving, orchestrating events to protect you, to guide you, to lead you into the fullness of what He has planned for you. You are not at the mercy of this world's chaos, you are under the care of heaven's perfect order. There is a calling on your life, a divine assignment woven into the very fabric of your being. You were not created to blend into the crowd, to live a life of quiet insignificance. No, you were made to shine, to carry a light that only you can carry, to walk a path that only you can walk. The eyes of God are watching to make sure you step into that purpose. They are guiding your feet, even when you feel lost. They are strengthening your heart, even when you feel weak. They are preparing you for moments you cannot yet imagine, moments when your name will be called, when your faithfulness will be seen, when your life will testify to the goodness of God. You may have faced battles that left you weary. You may have walked through seasons where it felt like the world was against you, where every step was a struggle, where every dream seemed to slip through your fingers. But I tell you this, those battles were not in vain. The tears you've cried are not wasted, they are seeds planted in the soil of God's promises, and they will bear fruit in His perfect time. The sacrifices you've made, the times you chose to forgive when it hurt, to love when it wasn't returned, to keep going when you wanted to give up, those are investments in a future that heaven is preparing for you. Nothing you've done in faith has been lost. Nothing. The eyes of God see not just what you do, but why you do it. They see the intentions of your heart, the love that drives you, the faith that holds you steady when everything else falls apart. The world may misunderstand you. People may judge you, label you, dismiss you. They may see only a fraction of who you are, and they may speak words that wound your soul. But God sees the truth. He sees the purity of your heart, the strength of your spirit, the beauty of your faithfulness. He sees you as you truly are, not as the world tries to define you. And He says, "This one is mine. This one is chosen. This one is loved." There are moments when you've felt small, insignificant, like your life doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. But I am here to tell you that you are not small in the eyes of heaven. You are not insignificant. You are the apple of God's eye, the focus of His attention, the object of His affection. The same God who holds the universe in His hands holds you with the same care, the same devotion. When you feel overwhelmed by the opinions of others, by the noise of the world, by the weight of expectations, remember whose eyes truly matter. The eyes of God are the only ones that see you perfectly, and they are filled with love that never fades. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are not failing. You are being prepared. In the quiet seasons, when it feels like nothing is happening, God is working. In the moments when you feel hidden, He is refining you, shaping you, strengthening you for what's to come. The world may measure success by noise and visibility, but heaven measures it by faithfulness, by obedience, by the quiet choices you make when no one else is watching. Those choices are seen. Those choices are honored. Those choices are building a legacy that will outlast this world. The eyes of God are not passive. They are active, always moving, always working for your good. They see the people who come into your life, and they discern their motives. They see the opportunities that lie ahead, and they are preparing you to step into them. They see the challenges that try to hold you back, and they are already making a way through them. You may not see it yet, but heaven is orchestrating a divine reversal, a moment when everything that seemed lost will be restored, when everything that seemed broken will be made whole, when everything that seemed unfair will be set right. There is a table being prepared for you, a place of honor in the presence of those who doubted you, dismissed you, or hurt you. Not because you sought revenge, not because you fought back in anger, but because you trusted God. Because you chose peace when it was hard. Because you forgave when it felt impossible. Because you kept walking, kept believing, kept holding on to the promises of God even when the world told you to let go. That faithfulness has not gone unnoticed. It has been seen, and it will be rewarded. The eyes of God are not only watching, they are accompanied by His hands, His voice, His Spirit. The hands that shaped the mountains are lifting you up. The voice that spoke the world into existence is speaking over your life, calling forth blessing, favor, and purpose. The Spirit that raised Jesus from the dead is breathing new strength into you, filling you with courage, with hope, with power. You are not at the mercy of circumstances, you are held in the hands of the Creator, guided by His voice, empowered by His Spirit. Even when the night feels long, when the road feels lonely, when your strength feels small, God's eyes are not weary. His love does not grow tired. His faithfulness does not waver. When your faith feels weak, He remains strong. When your steps falter, He holds you steady. His gaze is your anchor, your shield, your promise that no weapon formed against you will prosper. No plan of the enemy will succeed. No lie of the world will define you. Lift your head, my beloved. Lift your spirit. You are not defined by the opinions of others, by the limitations of this world, by the struggles you've faced. You are defined by the one who sees you, who knows you, who loves you with an everlasting love. You are under the watchful care of heaven, and that care is fierce, relentless, unending. The eyes of God are not just watching, they are fighting for you, planning for you, preparing a future for you that is greater than anything you can imagine. This season of your life is sacred. It is not a mistake. It is not a delay. It is a divine moment, a time when heaven is shaping you, refining you, preparing you for what's next. The battles you're fighting are not the end of your story, they are the beginning of something new. The tears you've shed are not the final word, they are the seeds of a harvest that is coming. The sacrifices you've made are not in vain, they are investments in a future that God Himself is building. You are on the edge of a turning point. The eyes of God see it, and they are guiding you toward it. This is the moment when things begin to shift, when the promises of heaven begin to unfold, when the faithfulness you've shown in secret is revealed in the light. This is the time for restoration, for healing, for breakthrough. This is the time when doors that were closed will open, when dreams that were buried will rise, when your name will be spoken in places that once overlooked you. The eyes of God are watching, and they have decided it's time. Time for you to step into the fullness of who you were created to be. Time for the world to see the light that heaven has always seen in you. Time for the plans of God to unfold in ways that will leave you in awe of His goodness. You are not forgotten. You are not forsaken. You are not invisible. You are seen, known, loved, chosen. Trust in those eyes, my child. They do not miss a thing. They do not blink. They do not lie. They see you right now, in this very moment, and they are filled with love. They see the road ahead, and they are making a way. They see the battles you face, and they are fighting for you. They see the dreams in your heart, and they are bringing them to life. Keep walking, my beloved. Keep trusting. Keep believing. You are not alone. You are not unseen. You are held in the gaze of the one who never slumbers, never tires, never turns away. You are the apple of His eye, the treasure of His heart, the focus of His love. Forever watched. Forever loved. Forever His. My beloved child, as I pen this message from the courts of heaven, let the truth of God's unwavering gaze settle deep within the chambers of your soul, like a gentle tide washing over the shores of your heart. His eyes, eternal and boundless, see you not as the world sees, but with a vision that pierces through every shadow, every doubt, every fleeting moment of uncertainty. Those eyes are not mere observers, they are alive with purpose, brimming with a love that has no beginning and no end. You are not just seen, you are cherished beyond measure, pursued with an unrelenting passion, and upheld by the hands that formed the stars and set the galaxies in motion. Every beat of your heart, every whisper of your spirit, is known to Him. You are not a fleeting thought in the mind of the Creator, but the focus of His eternal affection, a masterpiece crafted with divine intentionality. This moment, this pause in the unfolding of your story, is not a conclusion but a sacred interlude. It is a divine breath, a space where heaven itself is aligning on your behalf. The battles you've fought, the tears you've shed in the quiet of the night, the moments of faithfulness you've shown when no one else was watching, these are not forgotten. They are seeds, carefully planted in the fertile soil of God's eternal purpose, each one destined to bloom into a harvest that will surpass your wildest dreams. Every struggle you've endured, every moment of pain you've carried, has been seen and held by the one who never turns away. These are not marks of defeat but badges of honor, testifying to your resilience, your trust, and your unwavering commitment to walk the path set before you. You stand now on the precipice of a divine turning, a season where the tides of restoration will flow like a mighty river, sweeping away the debris of doubt and despair. Doors that once seemed sealed shut, immovable by human hands, will swing wide open, their hinges loosened by the hand of God Himself. Your name, once overlooked or whispered in the shadows, will be spoken in rooms of influence, in places of opportunity, in moments of divine appointment. The Almighty's eyes are not passive spectators, they are active, weaving a tapestry of grace and favor around your life, threading together moments of beauty and redemption in ways you cannot yet fathom. Every detail of your journey, every choice you've made to rise above bitterness, to choose love over hatred, to cling to hope when despair beckons, neither these are not lost. They are treasures stored in the vaults of heaven, each one a testament to your faith, each one carrying the promise of a reward that is coming, radiant and undeniable. You are not forgotten. You are not forsaken. You are not invisible. You are the apple of God's eye, the delight of His heart, the object of His relentless care. This truth is your anchor when the storms of life rage, your shield when the arrows of doubt fly, your strength when your own reserves falter. Let it lift your head when the weight of the world presses down. Let it steady your steps when the path ahead seems shrouded in mist. Let it fill your heart with a hope that burns brighter than the longest night. The God who sees you is not distant, not detached, not preoccupied with the vastness of the universe. He is near, closer than your very breath, working in the intricate details of your life with a precision and love that defies human understanding. The struggles you've faced, the moments when you wondered if your prayers were heard, are not the final word. They are the prelude to a victory that will echo through the corridors of eternity. Every step you've taken in faith, every moment you've chosen to trust despite the pain, has been a declaration of your belief in the God who sees. Those steps have not been in vain. They have been building a foundation, stone by stone, for a future that will shine with the glory of heaven itself. You are being prepared for something greater, something sacred, something that will reflect the very heart of God. The challenges you've overcome are not random, they are part of a divine orchestration, shaping you into a vessel of His grace, a beacon of His love, a testimony of His faithfulness. Trust in His timing, for it is perfect, even when it feels delayed. Rest in His gaze, for it is unyielding, never wavering, never distracted. Walk forward in His love, for it is unending, a river that flows without ceasing, carrying you toward a destiny He has written for you. This is your moment, my child, to rise from the ashes of doubt, to shine with the radiance of His purpose, to step boldly into the calling that has been etched upon your soul since before the foundations of the world were laid. Heaven itself is cheering you on, the angels are surrounding you, their voices raised in a chorus of victory, their presence a reminder that you are never alone. The eyes of the Most High are fixed upon you, not with judgment, but with a love that will never let you go. Consider the weight of this truth: the Creator of all things, the one who spoke light into existence, who carved the mountains and filled the seas, has set His gaze upon you. You are not a footnote in His story but a central figure, a beloved child whose life is being woven into the grand narrative of His kingdom. Every moment of your existence is under His watchful care, every tear you've shed is held in His hands, every prayer you've uttered is echoed in the courts of heaven. The battles you've faced are not signs of abandonment but opportunities for God to display His power through you. The moments when you felt unseen were moments when His eyes were most intently upon you, guiding you, sustaining you, preparing you for the glory that is to come. This is not a call to strive harder. This is not an invitation to hustle, to force, to prove. You do not need to earn what heaven has already declared about you. You do not need to become what you already are in the eyes of the one who formed you. Before you spoke your first word, before you took your first breath, your worth was established eternal, unshakable, divine. The world will try to measure you with scales it never made. It will point to your shortcomings, your failures, your fragile moments, and it will say, "This is who you are." But heaven rises to interrupt those lies. You are not your wounds. You are not your limits. You are not your past. You are His. You are beloved. You are chosen and carried and destined for a future far brighter than your current view can grasp. So know this is not a call to push harder. This is a call to rest in the certainty of His love. To lean into the arms that never dropped you. To walk forward, not in fear or exhaustion, but in confidence, a sacred, quiet confidence, that the one who sees you a broken bar also goes before you. He prepares the way. He orders your steps. He clears the path and fills the gaps. He is not just at your side, He is ahead of you, writing beauty into places you have not yet stepped. The world may define you by your broken pieces. It may whisper that you are behind, too much, not enough. It may try to box you in with titles you never agreed to carry. But God, a broken bar, God defines you differently. He defines you by His vision. By His love. By the fullness of who He created you to be, not just in this moment, but in your becoming. He sees you beyond your scars. He sees you beyond your silence. He sees you in your wilderness and still calls you worthy. This is not poetic exaggeration, this is heaven's declaration. Every lie shatters at the weight of this truth: you are His. And that alone is enough. Enough to silence the doubt. Enough to break the cycle. Enough to bring the light back into your weary places. You've been waiting, haven't you? Waiting in the quiet. Waiting in the dry seasons. Waiting with prayers tucked into your pillow at night, asking God to just remember you. Well, listen now, the turning is here. You may not see it yet. It may not feel like change. But the roots of your faith are the ones you planted in tears, in trust, in hope. They are breaking through the soil. They are bearing fruit. The very promises you've held on to with trembling hands are no longer just help, they are becoming. Heaven is not distant from your situation. God has been in the details all along. He is not content to leave you stuck. He is not satisfied watching you survive. He is moving, rearranging, opening, restoring, because you are His. Because His glory is written into your story. Because your life is not random. It is divinely authored. Those prayers you whispered when no one was listening, He heard them. Those nights you wept, thinking nothing would change, He caught every tear. They were not wasted. They were seeds. And seeds don't vanish, they bloom in time. Your faithfulness, even when you were tired, broken by your trust, even when you felt abandoned, broken by your hope, even when it barely flickered, broken bar, none of it was for nothing. Every moment of surrender has been sacred. Every act of obedience has been multiplied. Heaven keeps count where the world forgets. There are doors opening. There are opportunities emerging. There is restoration moving toward you, and not by luck, not by chance, but by design. The hand of the Lord is not slow. It is precise. It is perfect. It is powerful. You will see it. The people who overlooked you will see it. The places where you were ignored will become platforms for God's glory. This is not just breakthrough, it is unveiling. A revealing of what God has known all about you all along. Your identity. Your calling. Your legacy. So let your heart breathe. Let your spirit rest. Let this truth carry you into tomorrow. You are not forgotten. You are not invisible. You are not lost. You are held. You are seen. You are loved beyond measure. And the God who sees your broken bar, He is about to show the world what He has always known. You are His. And nothing will stop the destiny written for you in heaven. Amen.